Flies crash in the cookout? Take back your space with STEM's portable flying insect fan trap. Set it down wherever flying insects show up and let it get to work. Using UV light and a fan, it attracts and traps bugs 24/7, like houseflies, fruit flies, gnats, and mosquitoes. It's easy, mess-free, and people and pet-friendly when used as directed. Live life never bugged with STEM. Visit stemforbugs.com to learn more.
The best part of waking up? A full cup of Folgers coffee and music on full blast.
Wake me up! Wake me up inside! Wake me up! Wake me up inside! Save me! So wake me up when it's all over. The moment I wake up, I put on the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Shop Folgers Instant Coffee and more at your nearest retailer.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the lore of the Final Fantasy universe, such as the characters, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Steve-O. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and today, my co-host Steven's not with me because apparently he's trying to take care of bats in his house. Like, legit bats. So, I don't know. It's news to me. I didn't think they had that stuff in the, Texas. So, we'll see. I didn't know bats lived in Texas. But anyway, joining me today, we have our patron chat. So we have Purple Archer.
Gungaga.
And True Speak.
Me? Gungaga.
That's my line!
Oh my god, that's great. And, I was going to say something witty about, like, welcome to the Dragon Ball Lorecast, where you can find all things Dragon Ball. Yeah, I was hoping we would have more people to get more of the excitement around that, because it's a show that I might make.
After over a year of
after everybody has
about every episode.
The running gag becomes a reality. I love that.
Yeah. So, funny enough, and this is going to be a very unscripted patron chat, which, all of our patron chats are. So, but, I was at work, got one of my coworkers to get into Dragon Ball Xenoverse because it's celebrating its 10th anniversary for the series right now. And he then starts asking me a bunch of Dragon Ball lore. And asking, he's like, why did this happen? This and this and this. And I was explaining everything. And I'm like, and I start saying to him, I was like, oh, I see why my patrons want me to do a Dragon Ball show now. I have a completely useless info of Dragon Ball lore in my brain that it needs to have an outlet. So, and I've played a lot of Dragon Ball games growing up. So there's a lot of side lore. Yeah.
That would actually be a good angle, is all the video game,
Oh, yeah, the video game stuff.
That actually feels a real gap, you know what I'm saying?
Because there's the Xenoverse series, which ties into the canon timeline and the original timelines and side timelines and all that, which ties everything together, which is super nice. There's also the arcade game called Dragon Ball Heroes, which also takes place in that same timeline. Which, fun fact, I just found out Dragon Ball Heroes actually ended last year in 2024. So that arcade
really, it's been around for real.
Yeah, it's been around for almost over a decade.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize it was still around until last year.
Wow. They changed it into Dragon Ball Super Divers. Yeah. And it's just an update version of it. And they even have, hey, you can use the old cards from the Dragon Ball Heroes arcade machine into the new one. So it was just a transition into a new era for the arcade games.
It's like a Realm Reborn for Dragon Ball, essentially.
Yeah, but instead of Realm Reborn only lasting a year, Heroes lasted over a decade. But yeah, so that might be a thing, so stay tuned. I'd have to find a co-host to do that, but I know I have either Steven or maybe my co-host Jesse from Gundam might possibly do it, so stay tuned. That might become a reality.
It's about time.
Let's go.
But yeah, I know you guys wanted to go into.
Let's do some Wheelo topics, right? Let's just discuss whatever. I have a list of things, almost Riku-like, and I didn't even share it with y'all, but so this is gonna be fun. Zero, like literally zero prep. But I was curious to know, and I mentioned this, before we hopped on, is what are y'all playing right now? What Final Fantasy or otherwise? Obviously, if it's Final Fantasy, it's more relevant. But I'm always genuinely curious to hear what you all are playing. So Ben, what are you playing right now? That's not Digimon.
Xenoverse 2. I got hopped on back into that because that 10th anniversary, and they keep updating the freaking game. They keep giving it DLC.
Yeah, I saw a new one.
Yeah, new DLC dropped the last week on the 30th. Yeah, and in that DLC, funny enough, we learned this in a DLC for a game that maybe not all Dragon Ball fans play. Daima is a separate timeline than Super, in this from the continuity of Dragon Ball currently. And I was like, oh,
I mean,
that's kind of obvious, but it's good that it's stated now. So if anybody doesn't know, Daima takes place literally right after the Buu arc, like within like a month or two, right after the Buu arc, and there's so many inconsistencies from Daima to Super. There's two major ones: the Supreme Kai being completely separated well before Beerus ever showed up. Because if you, in the first episode, the Supreme Kai is separate. Supreme Kai and Kibito are separated. And if you go and watch Super, that doesn't happen until after the Resurrection F arc, which is like it goes up to the Universe 6 and 7 tournament. And then the other major inconsistency is Super Saiyan 4. If Goku had that in his arsenal, why did he not use it against Beerus? So, but the main thing is the Supreme Kai, which is a huge story thing. And I was like, yeah, that's probably not true or canon. But it was just a little side thing.
I don't understand why they have to, it's just, if it's not canon, just don't call it, it's fine. I think.
Well, they never called it canon to begin with.
But they never necessarily led with that either, right? You
know
what I'm saying? Because it was kind of, when I first heard of that, I didn't know whether or not it's canon or not.
It was assumed because Toriyama was involved with it, but I just recently found out Toriyama wasn't originally going to be a part of the project to begin with. He kind of inserted himself in there because he wanted to work on something that was different from Super. And I was like, oh, okay, I get that. But I mean, I think they just released Daima just like to give everybody here's some Dragon Ball stuff that you can go watch until we like prep to bring back Super, because they already confirmed that Super will be returning in the anime format, which I'm super pumped for because there's so much good stuff after the Tournament Half Hour, so much good stuff.
And it was also like shortly after his passing too, so it kind of felt like a little bit of like an homage or like
it was an homage
send off.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a bunch of things played in, and Super itself, like the manga is going to be will be coming back from hiatus, I believe, next year, and a bunch of other things are going to be announced, which is going to be cool. But yeah, they definitely had, because of his passing, everybody is like, yeah, we're not going to work on anything for a while. Which I fully understand it. By all means. So, sorry, that was like a long tangent.
Honestly, this is the perfect like little teaser for the eventual Dragon Ball Lorecast. So you've done an excellent job at just like, oh, you want to know more? Stay tuned.
Yeah. Archer, what are you doing?
I've been actually playing a lot of Sonic. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is really fun, especially if you're like me and you don't own a Switch 2 to play Mario Kart.
It's better than Mario Kart World.
I it, I haven't played
I'm just
Mario
saying-
Kart
no,
World to
I'm-
reference
I'm-
it, but it's a
I'm-
lot more fun than Mario Kart looks. With all the
is.
DLC characters like freaking Hatsune Miku, Ichiban from Like a Dragon's coming out tomorrow.
I mean, there's
it's
going to be
fun little
eventually
racing game.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
coming
SpongeBob
to
and
it.
Patrick, Pac-Man. I'm really excited for Mega Man. Mega Man doesn't get any love, so anytime I see him in something, I get giddy.
Hey, we're getting Star Force finally on the Switch.
Didn't it come out? Oh no, that was the
Battle Network.
Yeah.
Battle Network. They're finally doing Star Force, which I am so pumped for. Comes out sometime next year.
Possible Legends collection afterwards. I know there's only 2 games, but
Maybe. I don't know about Legends. Legends was interesting because that was with Zero, wasn't it? Or was that
No,
Mega Man?
that-
Or was that X?
there was a Mega Man Zero trilogy. But yeah, X
Yeah.
had Zero, and then Zero spun off into its own
Okay.
trilogy. And then you had, I think they call him Volt Nut. It was the 3D one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't know if I ever played that one actually.
We were supposed to get a third one. It had a whole demo on the 3DS, and then it got canceled.
Huh. Well, I mean, Mega Man honestly started dying after Battle Network. Star Force kept it alive for a bit, and then after a few of those games, it kind of like started going downhill in popularity.
Yeah, they came out with Mega Man 11, which honestly kind of forgettable. And I love Mega Man, but 11 was pretty forgettable.
It's also a lot easier
Yeah.
compared to the original Mega Man games, which were not easy.
They were super hard, dude.
They were hard as hell.
OG Mega Man is legit, you know. And that's the thing about all the old school games, especially though any of the platforms or anything, they were difficult.
Mm-hmm.
They were difficult.
That
I feel
and
like they didn't
Crash
like beta
Bandicoot.
test these at all with any. They were like, oh, you know, we don't know who's gonna play this, and if they don't have the hand-eye coordination, if as children to be able, so what? They're gonna, you know.
Well, there was like 6 of them just on the NES alone, so they were coming out like back to back to back. They didn't care.
That's true. Super in chat says he's currently playing Final Fantasy IX, and everyone is seeing his hate for it.
I want to talk about that. I got stuff to say, but we'll hold off on that for a little bit.
Oh gosh.
That's great. That's wild. Queen are getting so much like. They are one of my favorite characters in 9, and I'm like, what? There's hate for this necessary character. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what I'm playing? I can say what I'm playing. Of course, everyone knows I play 14 like crazy, and almost at the end of the Dawn Trail. Well, no, I finished the you know the main story part, so I'm in post Dawn Trail, post DT stuff. Again, Ben, you gotta get
I know.
the
I need to
Windwalker
get back
and
in.
get
I
to-
need to get back on so bad. I
will
need
say
so
Dawn
much more
Trail
time.
is hella good. I was like, at first you're kind of like, I don't know about this, but then it is excellent. It's probably number 3 as far as the X packs. You know, you have Shadowbringers, Endwalker. That's like 1A and 1B. I can't choose which one's better, but Dawn Trail is lit, man. And there's so many 9 references.
I
It's just
bet.
so good.
And then if any for 14 players, if no one saw, in the newest update that'll be coming out, any job can wear any glamour. They're taking away restrictions on glamour, not on the armor sets, to where you would actually like equipment you actually physically have to have for
But you
jobs,
can make
but you
yourself
can
look
glamour
like,
anything
you can
now.
fit yourself out.
So
I'm looking
you could
forward
have
to-
white
you know who-
mage stuff on a dragoon.
Yeah, you can put white mage stuff on your warrior or do whatever, but honestly, the drippiest of all of the glamours comes from the disciples of the hand, disciples of the land. Like their gear looks legit, like cool, like super cool. And you can't, you know, I mean, like who cares if you're a freaking carpenter and you're making some random thing at the like nobody, you know, you can't go into a dungeon with that. You know what I'm saying? I want to go into a dungeon with my drip, doing the MSQ, so you can see my character all looking fly. And yeah, but Yeah,
can
that's what
finally
I'm
do
looking
that.
forward to. They need to
With
give you more glamour
7.4.
plates, though. Freaking third, are you serious, man? You know how much glamour I have? It truly is.
It was what? There's only what 12?
It's 30.
There's
No, it's
30
like 30 or
glamours.
something like that. Yeah. Or is it 30?
Oh yeah.
Is that
it
too
30?
many? It's not. To me, that's too many.
I can't remember.
It's not enough.
It's not
because I
enough,
have
and
so much
it's
glamour.
not enough for the combat jobs. Honestly, when they add a new job, they should add a new glamour plate. They should have at least one glamour plate
Double it,
per.
triple it,
Yeah,
quadruple it. Because
Box
you never,
versus finally.
you never not have enough. Anyways, I'm also playing Tactics, and that game is super hard. Right? Are you all
Yeah.
playing Tactics at all?
I still need to play it.
Yeah, I need to get to it.
It's so hard because it's you know, I mean, obviously it's tactical, and there's a lot more that you have to do for getting all the different jobs and specific classes that you have for the situation that you're in.
Box roll says
can't-
20.
Oh, it's 20. That's
20
right. I was like,
glamour
30 sounds like
plates.
too many. It's 20. Yeah. So 20 is definitely not enough. But yeah, Tactics is, and the story is so good. The voice acting adds so much to it. It's just so difficult. And I don't want to like lower the setting of difficulty because I feel like I don't want to nerf myself. Like, yeah, but it's hard, and that's the reason why I haven't played through it as much as possible. But yeah, y'all should play Tactics. It's so good, and the homie Ben Starr's on it, and he's excellent
Yes.
as Dice Star.
Yeah. Oh,
Does
absolutely.
Tactics have the permadeath feature that like Fire Emblem has, or is it just hard to like beat?
No, I can't remember if it
units
has
don't
permadeath
die?
or not. I don't think so.
No, I don't. Yeah,
No, because
that
I
I'm
mean,
aware
because most of your units are going to be story based,
Oh,
which obviously you have to have compared to Fire Emblem, where until Three Houses, every Final Emblem game had permadeath. And Three Houses was the first one where they actually had the setting to where you can actually have not permadeath.
that was Fates.
Oh,
Fates
Fates
on
had
the
the
3DS. Yeah, they
Fates
had
had the
a, like,
non-permadeath. Okay, I never got to
Phoenix
play
mode
Fates
or
so-
something. It was baby
Okay.
mode.
That's baby mode. I never got to play
I don't
Fates, so
I kind of want to do baby mode now because I suck at tactical games. Even when I was playing, and it's so funny because that's where I started playing a lot of. I played a lot of CRPGs growing up, and a lot of them were based on Dungeons and Dragons, and it was. I mean, that's really what it is, right? Turn-based and very tactical. You deal with the terrain and blah blah blah. In Baldur's Gate 3, I was terrible at. I'm not good. You know, I tried honor mode once and wiped in the like when you're on the ship. So, yeah, games are hard when you have
Games
to be
are hard.
tactical, and you can't just go and like hack and slash your way through. You know?
I want to smash things.
Yeah.
Super says in chat, I've been kept myself dark on anything I'm seeing on 14. I'm going to fight Leviathan next. True, I'll probably need your help with it like others you helped me with. I mean, you can just
Leviathan's
put
not
it in.
bad.
You can just put it in like Party Finder, and make sure and just
No,
have
but
it.
it's more fun to play with the Crystal Lore Masters, man.
Well, yeah.
And shout out to them, Kron and Box Girl got me through Palace of the Dead, and
Yep, see,
that would have been
Box Girl-
difficult to do by
See,
myself.
Box Girl's already put in work in there
Yeah, you know what I'm
to
saying?
help
Yeah,
you out
just
tonight.
let out the bat signal on the FC, and somebody help you out.
Put the bat symbol on those.
I don't know. You might scare Steve.
I know, right?
Dealing with enough bats tonight.
No more bats. Even
But this
signals.
bat will punish you. Do you want to what he is having? No. I've never seen that meme. Oh, there's this TikToker who's dressed up as Batman and pummels puts it in the camera like it looks like the person's getting beat the hell by Batman, and he looks over. He's like, you want to know what you want to have what he's having, and to another person he's like, no. The other person's like, no. Oh gosh. So what are some of these topics that you brought?
Yeah,
Drew?
let's do one. So, the Dissidia Duellum.
I've been waiting to talk about this one.
Yeah.
The mobile
So
game?
I will say that, okay, what we have to do with this discussion, because clearly the fact that it's a mobile game is, I mean, we all know what the outcome's going to be. That's not what I'd like. But it's the whole
No.
concept, right? It's like it's kind of an isekai thing in the modern
The
world.
concept is fantastic. I just don't like its mobile. Like I think the game, like if they did it in a console version where they have that concept and it still be like the arena fighter-esque, I think would have sold, would be so much better than what they're doing with it. And put it on, it's 3v3 trying who beats the boss first battles, and I was like, okay, cool.
I don't know why they refused to give us a good console Dissidia game. Like, wasn't the last
It's a money grab. I don't know. They must have
Opera
ran the
Omnia
financials.
wasn't really Dissidia like we know. It was the name, but it wasn't even a fighting game.
No.
So at least
And-
this one seems like a fighting game.
Kinda. It's a fighting game, but
or-
not a fighting game because you're fighting bosses. You're not fighting other players. Because it's 3v3 battles, but your three characters are fighting a boss, and the other player has 3 characters fighting a boss.
They're like competitive raids.
Essentially.
That's interesting. I don't know if it's interesting in a good way, but
Yeah,
If
I
that is the
don't
word.
know. It's a the concept of them getting isekai into modern day
I
Japan
love the
though
idea.
sounds
I like
I
their
love the
designs.
idea, and it's just so lame that it has to be mobile. And my hope is that as they're isekaiing Terra and Cloud, I would love to see that interaction, just because I think it would be interesting.
right.
yeah, what do you guys think of the roster? Like, do you think they have some solid picks for the roster at least?
I think so. Yeah.
The 14 pick was interesting because they're using Gaia for 14.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they picked Gaia rather than either like your Stola like they normally do.
The right
or,
answer is always
Thancred.
Stola.
Thancred.
That is the correct answer to everything.
She
Well,
was in
yes,
the last
this is
one.
true.
She was really
she was
good
in the last few
one.
ones.
Yeah. She got she got the MTG thing. Like, there's no reason to not just keep doubling down on,
She seems to be like the arguable face of 14 at this point.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah,
But yeah, I just,
but how do you like Zidane's look?
You mean Android 18?
Oh, I was thinking.
the Android 18 is spot on, man.
I was thinking Edward Elric.
So,
Oh, that's
'cause
who that
I
one
think
too, yeah.
Pick initially said, "Oh yeah, yeah." He kind of
He looks
But-
like
but
Edward
then
Elric from Full Metal. I didn't think
yeah.
of the
It's like,
18.
oh yeah. It's FMA that was funny until you saw Android. Which Android is it? Which Android is
18's
it?
the girl
18.
one.
18. Yeah,
18.
It was like 17 or
Yeah.
18. Yeah. Just it's exactly the same. Like literally the
Stole
same.
her fit.
100%.
That God.
I know. I laugh at Prompto because 15 already has very modern hipster outfits.
Yeah,
and
he
they
looks
try
basically
doing
the
it to
same.
him, and it's just
It's
you
like,
can't
oh,
tell
yeah,
the
it's
difference.
just- It's
like
a
he-
Tuesday for you. Cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like he could have kept the same outfit, and it would work perfectly fine. Everything in 15's fashion sense was all based on like real life fashion compared to like
Yeah.
any other Final Fantasies.
Which was always the weirdest thing,
Nomura
because it
loves
was-
his drip. He loves giving characters his drip. He's
That's
got
true.
like this iconic or ideal vision for what the characters wear, and it's very 2000s emo coded.
This is what I wore in my formative years. All of my subsequent characters will dress exactly like me.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'll probably download it, play a
Oh,
couple
yeah, no,
matches.
yeah, definitely. Like I'll download it. I'll play it. I'll see what it's like. We'll see, because I'm sorry, Ever Crisis did not pull me. I tried with Ever Crisis. It was hard because the stuff I wanted to do.
because you don't want to
was-
replay everything to get to the good
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
Here, let me replay 7, Crisis Core, and finally get to
all this new.
Ever Crisis. And it's like,
Get to the random
okay,
isekai
I'm
where they're
good.
like in high school or whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's even an isekai, but like, oh, they're in high school and Barrett is somehow a high school kid, which makes no sense.
And they're still drip feeding it too. They're giving like episodes at a time,
Oh yeah.
which is
Oh, yeah.
it's
Well, they just did
lame.
a 13 collaboration
That's right. They're
Oh,
totally
yeah,
hanging
with Ever
around with it.
Crisis, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's super random, but cool. I mean, you got
13
the
to
two.
acknowledge.
You got the two most, similar protagonists ever in one game. Cloud and Lightning. And their
Yeah, I mean,
names
forget
go
making a
together.
remake for 13, right? But let's not even talk about that. Let's just put it in random Crisis Core thing or Ever Crisis thing.
Yeah.
This will be enough.
We'll put it in a mobile game. Here, you guys. Feed off 13. And it's like, no. Sorry. Just port it over. Just port the game. For fricks. Ugh. Anyway.
Figure it out. We have AI. There's a way that you can probably run that through something. If like, for whatever reason, the platform is hard to port, AI that thing, man.
I mean,
proper
if
use
they
case
can
for AI.
get Oblivion on new gen consoles and look super pretty,
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
sure
dope,
you,
man.
you guys can do that with older games too.
It'd be different.
And by the way, the Oblivion remake is still the original game, just it's overlaid
yeah.
with Unreal Engine 5. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that 13 was a PS3 exclusive, because I know that's notoriously hard to like backwards kind of develop. There's a lot of games trapped on that console. It was on everything. Steam release, Xbox. Just take those versions. Go off of that.
I don't know.
It can't be that hard.
Specifically, it's on Steam. If it's on
Yeah.
Steam, you can port it.
Yeah. But alas, no such luck. I will never play 13-2 as much as I want to.
Unless you get an Xbox.
All right. Well, I have one. I don't know if it's necessarily a topic in so much as. So, Ben, I've been listening to some of the older podcasts that y'all did at the very beginning.
Oh,
And it's
God.
really interesting to listen to your, especially you got to consider the time that you all were doing this. It was before Rebirth. I think 16 had just been released.
Sounds about right.
There was a lot of 16 gushing in those early episodes.
There was. So, I don't, and you never really elaborate on this, and you can get into this as much as possible. But really, how did you decide, okay, this Final Fantasy is what I want to do? I don't want to do 14. I want to do this all-purpose, just lore cast. And how did Steven and Trey get involved? Again, you don't have to
So
we're not trying to dox people at all, but you
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, how did this all happen? Because I feel like there's
I
probably
never-
an interesting
and-
story there, and yeah.
So, I mean, I've been doing podcasts. I mean, I've been doing this one for 2 years. So prior to that, I was doing podcasts for almost 3 years at that point. And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I want to do another one. I was playing heavily back into 14. I was really thinking, it's like, there's so much lore just in this MMO alone. I could do a whole podcast on this MMO. And then I put it out there in the Robots Radio Discord and the podcast ideas chat, which anybody can go into. So if you have ideas or you want to start your own, you can go to the Robots Radio Discord. There's a whole bottom section of the Discord is literally all about ideas and tech and how to do this stuff. So, and just put it out there. And Steven responded. And I was like, I was thinking about making a Final Fantasy one myself. And I was like, oh, you don't say. And then Trey responded to it as well. So then we got on a, Zoom meeting and hashed things out. And that
So
was
it was really
And
just
we
like
just kind of
happenstance that. You were just
yeah.
on the Robots Radio Discord and just like, hey, I like Final Fantasy. Who else does too? And
pretty much.
so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Would anybody want to join in for a Final Fantasy 14 podcast? And then Steven's like, well, I was thinking about like Final Fantasy as a whole. I was like, oh, I never thought of that. We could totally do that. I haven't played all the games, but I can totally do that. And that's why I think all of our dynamics were, great for each other, because some of us played at games that the others haven't, or like I played a lot of the newer games more than like Steven had at the time and stuff like that. So I think that helped with our rapport and dynamic, and we're all nerds. I mean, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Which
three,
is, it's true.
2 to
but
3
it
guys
doesn't-
getting together talking about Final Fantasy. And I know some people I've had reviews saying, "Oh, it's just one of those podcasts where these two guys are just nerding out about Final Fantasy." It's like, well, duh.
Yeah.
Like
Why not?
we're going over lore, but
What did you
like
think this
first
was?
off, we're not experts. We didn't write any of this. It all comes from Japan. We're from the West. Sorry.
And I mean,
We
I've
just like
said this
things.
repeatedly about y'all. It's you cannot feign the amount of passion that comes through, and you also cannot like replace or fake the dynamic that you have. And honestly, when Trey was with y'all too, it was a very it worked so well, you know. So yeah, of course, if you're into it, that's fine. But there also has to be that je ne sais quoi of getting folks together on a microphone to be listenable that you all have in space. And I was just wondering if that was like, it just kind of happened, and it sounds like it did. And I guess with all that in mind, from then and now, are there any particular milestones? I know we just had the 2-year and stuff, but are there any milestones that you think about or that are highlights of then and now?
I mean, as one of my shows. I mean, I've created 4 shows myself. Out of this is what maybe my 4th or 5th year doing podcasts. I think it's going on. It'll be going into 5 years. Early next year. So, doing this for half a decade already, which is first off insane. Didn't think I'd be doing this long, and this show it has overshot all 4 of my shows so quick. It's around. So I took over the Witcher Lorecast back in 2023 from Tom. And that show does roughly around 6,000 downloads a month, roughly. It does really, really well on its own because Witcher. This show does almost half of that compared to my Star Wars show, which is my longest one, which does maybe 1,500. So half of even that. So yeah, with Star Wars, it's such more congested in a space.
It's kind of a saturated.
It's so saturated.
I
It's
mean-
just congested. There's just so much Star Wars stuff. Final Fantasy, not so much. Like when we were thinking about doing Final Fantasy as a whole as a show, I was looking over a bunch of different podcasts and stuff like that, and there's a lot of podcasts that specifically only went over one specific game. Like 14, for an example, there's the Aetheryte Network, which is a really good podcast if anybody wants to know 14 stuff. It's specifically game-related stuff, so it's like all the updates and tech stuff and things
The
like
lore
that.
is like the cool, you know what I'm saying?
Correct,
That's the
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that you keep talking about, and
But
you
there
can have a
was
game
no...
like 16, which doesn't have the 16 doesn't have the best gameplay, but the lore is fantastic. That whole story, the world building, and everything is so good.
So, making the show, like, there was no lore show for Final Fantasy, which was mind-boggling to me because the series has been around for over 40 years, and there was not a podcast going over lore. And to me, and I think Steven would concur with this, is when we were making the show, it's like, okay, this is going to be a huge undertaking because there's so much. But because there's so much we can do with it. And, I mean, here we are 2 years later with this show, still doing it and, still going strong. Steven's, I know, reaching out to other people, other, like, content creators, possibly wanting to get on the podcast and just talk
Get them
about
together,
Final Fantasy
'cause
and stuff like that.
I keep talking about this whole Jeopardy thing, but I also have like a Family Feud thing as well.
Family Feud against
Yo,
another pod. would
Fantasy
be
Feud would be
awesome.
so lit. Just
Very
get
cool.
whoever, yeah. So anybody who listens to this on Spotify or whatever, leave a comment. You listen to some other. Let's go. Let's do, let's do the Final Fantasy Lorecast versus Aetheryte Network or whoever wants to.
Send the calling card.
Yeah. I will say this though, if we can like summon Box Girl to do this, she's wiping the floor with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. And she's
Done
in chat
deal.
right now, so. Oh, gosh.
Okay, so last one about this. Has any opinion changed about any of the mainline titles? Because you did mention, at least initially, it was like 7. You had gravitated towards 7.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've played a bunch of 14. A bunch of other stuff has come out since then. You've replayed some of the others. Has anything changed in regards to which Final Fantasy? Not necessarily a ranking per se, but like has your opinion changed about any of them after?
I mean,
what you've,
I don't. I will say I don't hate any Final Fantasy game. Obviously, I gravitate towards others than most because gameplay wise, story wise, stuff like that. Obviously 14 will probably always be my favorite because I just love the aspect of it, and I love a game with a character creation. I just love those type of games. But then 7, 16. I mean, I replayed 15 a couple years back, the Royal Edition, which was much better than when I originally played it on launch on the original Xbox, on the Xbox One. Because they fixed a lot. As Steven had
Could've
said,
fixed more,
because
but
they could have fixed more, but you could only do so much. And I don't know, even playing some of the older ones, like I know that I haven't played Evil's Chronicles yet, but I have played Tactics in the past, and I loved Tactics. I just like that style. I love the tactical gameplay stuff. I'm really big into Fire Emblem. I love XCOM. If anybody knows XCOM, it's great. There's a Star Wars version coming out next year, just saying. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it really changed too much. I would say finally beating 16 was great. I was kind of pissed about the ending, but other than that, great game.
Was it too it was too ambiguous, or
Oh, yeah.
you just
Sorry,
it's like what happened?
I want a definite ending. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's like it was way too ambiguous, and it's like, and then I looked online. Is there like, for completing Final Fantasy mode, do you get like an alternate ending? And like everybody's like, nope, same ending. It's like, what?
Why?
It's like Yoshi P. I know, like, he even apparently stated that they left it open like that for player interpretation. And that's great.
Oh,
no,
like that.
If it was an MMO for a single player game, just give me a damn ending. I don't tell me he's dead, tell me he's alive. I don't care.
It's like
Just
that
give me a
Christopher Nolan
definite
Inception ending. I'm like, don't leave it to my interpretation, because I want a definitive ending. Good, bad, or whatever. I just want to know what happened. Not like, that was vague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this was part of his plan all along, though. He wanted us to keep talking about it for years to come.
Well,
He gave us a definitive
yeah,
ending. It would have
well.
been like, yeah, that's what it is.
And who knows? He might hey, Clive was somehow transported into 16 again. That's not a crossover event, but an actual expansion.
Wait, 16
or 14? Sorry, 14.
Yeah.
Sorry, 14. But
You bring him into 14, then you better have Ben
I mean,
Starr
they already
voice.
did.
And then I want to hear Ben Starr and Jonathan
was-
Bailey have a conversation.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
The sexiest conversation you ever heard. I'll tell you that much.
Oh god, holy crap! We're 40 minutes in, and I
Yeah,
haven't done a
dude,
mid
let's
break.
hit the mid break.
We can do a quick mid break, and thank you guys, and we'll be right back.
Hey babes, it's Paris Hilton. So I was checking my points balance in the Hilton Honors app the other day, and yeah, I've got about 1 billion, which feels excessive, even for me. Just kidding. You can never have too many Hilton Honors points. And I want to do something iconic this summer, so I'm giving away all my Paris points. Just find somewhere you've always wanted to stay, then go to my socials or Hilton's and tell me about it. Just make sure you're a Hilton Honors member, and I might be sending you Paris points, because when you want points that make your summer even hotter, it matters where you stay.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about everything with the podcast. There's nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. Here we want to thank all of our amazing patrons, just like you guys joining us today. And a huge thank you to True Speak, who is our ultimate tier. Thank you, True Speak, for supporting us. I know you... That is great.
Sorry.
That was awesome.
Thank you, guys.
And if you too want to join us, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself, just like this episode. You can also leave us ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. We'll read it out the next time on the show, which we actually have one from Apple. So from Zelda Fan 737, I love this podcast. And I'm glad I did kind of like ... I don't know what else it says in the title. 5 stars. I love this podcast, and I really like the episode about magic systems at the end of Season 2. I'm playing Final Fantasy X right now, and I love it, especially the story. I have not gotten to Blitzball yet, but I am not excited for what you guys have said.
It's the best.
I am at the part where you learn to use... I want to say that's... Illicent or Ellicent at the forest. It's IANCESCET. Eancent. Yeah, I don't. Do you guys have any tips? I'm sorry, I don't remember this part.
Yeah, I haven't played.
It's been a while since I played
Discord. He knows.
Yeah, if you go into our Discord, you can. And then I do have some Spotify from Chris from our host chat saying, I believe that I enjoyed you guys' chat episodes and Discord guest episodes more than the lore episodes. No shade of the lore episodes or anything. I just enjoy your guys' opinions. Well, I appreciate it.
I think what you guys have become is it's genuinely like a show where you go into it for the story and it hooks you for the story, but you stick around for those filler episodes for the characters.
It's character build-up.
Yeah, no, you and Steven have such great chemistry that it's like, doesn't matter what you're talking about.
Maybe we should have an episode where we like get our driver's license and start driving around town.
Filler season, filler arc.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
That
if no
goes
one.
with the Dragon. That goes with the Dragon Ball.
I was about to say, it's like
Right?
no
That goes
one
with the
got that
Dragon Ball.
reference. I'm sorry. You.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. And then you can also find us in a few different Discord servers: the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcast in Discord, where you can find this show and all the plethora of shows that I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast, and maybe soon to be the Dragon Ball Lorecast. So, I know Purple's like, hallelujah.
Taco Bell, here we come.
My purpose has been fulfilled anyway. I'll see you guys.
Hey.
That's all I was here. I was a plant to spawn the Dragon Ball Lorecast.
Fun fact, there is not a current Lorecast for Dragon Ball. I looked it up.
I think it's here. Initially, when you started discussing this, you're like, well, there's not enough. But given the fact that, you also mentioned the whole video game franchise, which I think has some clear gaps into what can be filled with lore.
There's a lot of lore for in the Dragon Balls and the video game stuff. Because I completely forgot there was a MMO that they did back in 2010.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But it was only in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Korea. It wasn't even in Japan.
Well, I don't know. I
Which
knew
was really
it was
weird.
in Asia, but I didn't realize it wasn't in Japan. That's crazy. Why?
It's really weird. I don't know. But funny enough, a lot of the mechanics they had in that MMO, which only lasted 3 years, went on to go into Xenoverse.
Makes sense.
Which is really
I mean,
cool.
you
And
could do-
It was a large scale beta test. It was a large scale beta test.
Xenoverse itself is so expansive
It's
that
so
like
good though.
there's such a chunk of content you could do with that. Hell, you can do a whole season exclusive to just those what if scenarios in the old Tenkaichi games. So like
I love
fan fusions. Those.
Hey, they have those in Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes has all that too.
Oh wow. Is that still a Japanese exclusive game?
There is
Like it's only in arcade games.
There is a Switch. They did a Switch version, for the Switch 1 called Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission.
Oh, that's right.
There is that, and it actually has a actual story, and you can get the cards and everything that you would use in the arcade, to use in the battles, in the battle mechanic style they have in the game.
Gotta collect more cards. So I collect the Dragon Ball. I think it's called Fusion World card game.
Yeah, well,
it's
just the Dragon Ball.
There's a whole different card game I gotta collect.
No. It's only a digital. It's only it's
Okay.
It's a cartridge game. It's not an actual card game.
Not a TCG. Okay,
No. Thank God no. By the way, I do collect those too, because I get those in my store sometimes.
I get them from there too.
I bought the Shallot deck. I completely forgot. And Shallot.
I have the Giblet one. I haven't come across Shallot.
Oh, I love Shallot. Shallot's probably my favorite character. Anyway, moving on from that. I don't really think I have anything else for the mid break, so let's get back to more of the Patron chat.
Wait, hold up. You missed it. You forgot something.
Oh yeah, I guess I did.
Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, now with an expanded free trial? You can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn Heavensward and the award-winning Stormlord expansion up to level 70. For free. With no restrictions on playtime. Because I have. I've had it a lot.
Hi, I'm Ben Starr, and I adore the Crystal Lawmasters. Ben Starr, I'm the official spokesperson of the free company of the Crystal Lawmasters. Come and join them. You feeling good? You'll have me. Here's some emotes that you can use. Ooh, being a Crystal Lawmaster is fun.
Yeah, go join our free company because we're awesome. It's only on PlayStation.
Ben Starr thinks so. Yeah.
Absolutely. God, I want him on the show so bad. Hey,
we keep doing this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you have already spoken into existence the Dragon Ball podcast, right? So we just need to keep talking. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we're gonna
next.
just
get Sean Schemmel, Chris Sabat. I mean, I know Sean Schemmel would be up for it because he does actually have a bunch of streaming too. So, I mean, if you have not seen Sean Schemmel play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on Twitch,
Oh, I saw that stream.
it is
That was
hilarious.
funny.
Yes, it is so great, and
That's
he
so
would
cool.
even because the very beginning, actually, let's get back to the patron chat, and then I can talk a little bit about this.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This is a Bose moment. You've been there. Small talk's going nowhere, but then the Bose speaker kicks in. Music you can feel fills the room, and no more chat with Danny from accounts. Your life deserves music. Your music deserves Bose. Find your perfect product at Bose.com.
Okay, we're back. And real quick, Super, yes, I do collect the Gundam card game, obviously because I do a Gundam Lorecast. And yes, I have bought some of the dual impacts, and I have gotten really good cards from that set. So I did get a full art Gundam Barbatos First Form, which is awesome. Just saying. Anyway, but yes, if you have not seen Sean Schemmel play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on Twitch, it is hilarious. I think he has the YouTube videos up somewhere, and it's just so funny because he reacts to what Goku says in Goku's voice. He's like, hey, yes, I could be a better father to you, Gohan. It's like, oh my god.
I love that clip where he's playing in the sound settings and he's turning his voice up, and it's just
so-
hey, it's me, Goku, hey, and
man,
he's
I don't like this
overlapping
out,
it
man.
with his own.
Yeah, it's so freaking hilarious. You can tell he loves that role so much. If you ever do meet him, Do not, and I repeat, do not bring anything a bridge up.
No.
He will shut you down immediately. He will only talk about things and the things that he has done.
He's very strict about that. I've seen.
And honestly, if you see any voice actor in general, and there's an abridged version of the series, don't bring the bridge up because they don't like it. Because first off, they didn't get paid for it. So who cares? They know the existence of things. It's not their property. So, and
I think Chris Sabat's fine with it because he's actually made appearances on there.
Has he?
But I believe he played some background characters in like the movie dubs. Like I'd have to fact check this after the episode, but I know Chris Sabat's a lot more like friendly with the Team 4-Star.
Yeah, Team 4-Star. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other different dubs or abridged versions of it. I know Sean gets very. I wouldn't say he doesn't get angry at it. It's just frustrating because he really wants to respect Toriyama and the world he created and not go over someone's abridged version and have, dumb things with it that were obviously not with the source material. So he's a very respectful man, which I fully respect. The most hated letters in voice acting, OVAs. Original, was it original video animation? I think that's what OVA stands for. I mean, OVAs are fine, but like OVAs also are like meh, depending on what it is.
Do things still get OVAs?
Very, very, very few. The OVAs are essentially almost non-existent at this point in age.
Nowadays, it feels like everything gets a movie.
Yeah.
Like
OVAs were mainly like, hey, here's like a random filler arc, special episode. I mean, that's typically what an OVA is, or like side episodes for like some animes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just
mid 2000s, man. There was OVAs everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like OVAs have like Box Girl says in chat, they've essentially been phased out, which honestly perfectly fine with that because. And thankfully, Dragon Ball never really had too many of them. They could have
had more, right? They could have definitely had more.
God, they could have had way more. They had a lot of movies.
Yeah, because like, would you consider the history of Trunks and like the episode Bardock? Are those OVAs?
Technically, yes. I believe those are actually OVAs. Yes, but even then, like, it's just rehashed stuff we already knew about.
Yeah, kinda.
Especially when they redid the stuff in the movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like actual like Battle of the Gods, Resurrection F, the Broly film, which Broly and Dragon Ball Super Superheroes are actually canonical with the timeline compared to Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F. But anyway,
since this is a Final Fantasy Lorecast and we talk pronunciation probably more than we should.
Oh,
how do you really pronounce? Isn't it Brawly? It's
Broly.
broccoli, Brawly, right?
Broly.
In the dub, they say Broly, but I know that like
I always when I started watching Dragon Ball, it's like we had to get the VHS tape, and it was not it was just subtitled, and you got the Chala Head Chala intro and everything, and when it was the Brawly stuff, it was Brawly. And it was like, oh, broccoli, Brawly. That makes sense. And it always bugs me that they call it now, everything's Broly. And I'm like, is it? No.
I mean, it's just tomato.
I know, it's just a tiny thing, but everyone has a vegetable name, and Broly is no vegetable that I know.
Saiyans specifically are all their names are based on vegetables.
Yeah.
So, Vegeta would be what? Vegemite?
Vegetable, Vegeta, right?
Okay.
Kakarot, carrot.
Yeah, I knew that one.
No, yeah.
Radish,
exactly.
Bardock,
broccoli,
Bardock.
Hey.
And then you get to Gohan and Goten, which just Chi-Chi.
It's just Goku's name.
Well, no, it's Chi-Chi. That's because of her.
Oh.
Well, Gohan was named after obviously
Grandpa.
His grandfather.
Yeah.
But Goten was just Chi-Chi's idea because she always wants to like, oh, they're going to have, like, when Videl and I know this is just going from straight Final Fantasy into Dragon Ball entire episode almost, which is it's a patron chat.
It's a teaser.
It's a teaser. And I know when the Battle of the Gods arc, when Gohan finds out Videl's pregnant, and everybody finds out, Chi-Chi is like, "Oh my god, what about Go something?" Or like she always had Go at the beginning of the name. And it's like, why? Chi-Chi, why?
Does it mean something in Japanese?
I can't remember. It's I would have to look it up.
Is
I can't
it a
remember.
translation thing?
I know Goku's gi is the emblems are translated to go, which is go. It's just go in Japanese. Go. Meaning his name, but I have to look that up. Go in Japanese is a Japanese game and also the number 5.
Oh yeah, because on his Letterman it has the numbers that like translate to go and ku. I think I forgot what the.
Oh, interesting.
It's 50 something.
Oh,
I'd have
interesting.
To brush up.
Boxer, now I want a salad because of vegetables.
I don't think I've ever said those words in that order ever in my life.
Okay.
Now I want a salad. All right, back on track. I do have this, so because I know Super, and he keeps mentioning it in the chat about Quina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how. So I did want to get this off. Quina is an absolutely necessary character in Final Fantasy IX. What are the main themes in 9? Right, you have this whole existential thing. You have Vivi, and it's like, oh, am I a real person? Because I was kind of made. You have Zidane, who is, I was Angel at Death, and like, this identity crisis. You have that with Garnet Dagger. It's existentialism and identity. And then you have what seemingly could just be interpreted as the comedic relief in Quina. But Quina is just like, yo, I am who I am, and I live to eat. And that is the perfect offset to all of the other things that are going on. And if you really think about it, that's almost like super deep. And that's the reason why I've always loved them as a character, is they were the perfect offset for everything else that was going on that was honestly pretty heavy in that world. And you got Queen as sitting here catching frogs and just living life. And it's like, yo, why are you all depressed? What's the reason to be? You just kind of be. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have that aspect of it, I feel like, those themes don't resonate as much. And so I can understand, it's kind of a weird character, the way the character design is. I get that. But as far as the character themselves, super important to the story. And I think adds quite a bit of value. And honestly, like one of my favorite characters, them and Vivi in 9 are my favorite parts about 9. Mm-hmm. And I like Zidane too, but honestly, Vivi and Queen, I think, are the best parts.
I mean, they really bring that balance to the cast of different kind of faces and caricatures. I mean, I think it's similar to, that's how I've always seen Kate Sith or Ketchi, however you call it, in 7. It's just a goofy little cat robot dude. Oops.
Yeah.
Compared to all the dark, depressing stuff that's going around, and similarly, that's how.
And it's the reason why you have chocobos and Moogles and everything, is to really offset all the heavy stuff, And if you don't have enough of that, you end up with 16, which is like, I want you to be more goofy, Clive. Come on, Ben Starr, bring your goofy self out. And
we know you have it.
We know he's capable,
stuff, man. Exactly. He's clearly.
Oh my God. If you have not seen his Instagram or his Twitter, it's freaking hysterical. So funny. Oh God.
But yeah, so those are that's all that I have to say about Quina. And
yes, that's fair.
Their importance to 9 as a story. Yeah, well, I was actually hoping Steven would be on just to get his thoughts, but I'm sure he'd. Well, I'm not sure, but maybe he would say something similar. But every character that's what makes the 9's ensemble so strong, is because every character gives that different perspective of those 2 primary themes of identity and existentialism that help that story to unfold in it's so well done, Every character brings value to that. And yeah,
There you go. So, gosh, I mean, I'm trying to see if we can draw this out a little bit longer.
I got one more take on.
Okay.
Because I mentioned this on the Discord and the whole Tifa thing. So, for those that don't know, obviously, huge Final Fantasy VII fan, clearly. And
With the giant buster
I've
sword
always,
in the
and
background.
I may be the only. What's that?
With the a buster sword in the background.
Yeah, right. I think I may be one of the few, at least within the Discord, that is actually I'm a Clarith guy, right? I love Aerith, and she's like if I'm gonna go Final Fantasy VII wifey, that's who I'm going with. And but one of the biggest reasons why I didn't like Tifa was because she was so, at least my interpretation as an 18-year-old kid, while I was doing this, like, yo, why didn't you say anything? Why did you just leave this man out to dry and not, And I've been thinking about it. I was reading up on a couple more things, and Tifa's response to that whole thing is a total trauma response.
Absolutely.
And one is she's trying to protect Cloud, who's obviously very vulnerable and everything. So she's trying to make sure that things get smoothed over, and if that means honestly lying to his face, she's gonna do that just for the well-being of not only her or not only him but also herself, because she doesn't want to have to relive that trauma again. She almost died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And secondly is when you go through something like that, all of those things in your head get fragmented so much that you start to question what was real and what wasn't.
Yes,
And
I agree with that.
And the more that I thought about it, the more I'm like, because it's so weird. I totally hold it against it. Why didn't you? Because it was when you first get that reveal, I'm like, why didn't she say anything? It was so confusing to me, and now it's I get it now, and it's actually a lot more meaningful and a lot more deep, and I'm willing to give her, a lot more. Give her a little bit more chance. Now, is she ever going to displace Aerith in my heart? No, not at all. But, I could see it now. I could see it, and I have a deeper appreciation for Tifa.
Fair. I always like Tifa, but just because she's kind of like my type. But anyway.
I just never really gotten behind the whole Claire thing because it kind of breaks the bro code. Come on, man. Zack dies, now you're going to go after his ex?
Well,
yeah,
but well, first off, she was the one pursuing him more so than he pursuing her.
Well, then Aerith's a little scandalous.
It was really why was she pursuing? It's because she
reminded him of Zack.
Correct.
That's right. It's literally just
which is. But I don't know. She brought out this part and this honestly is the reason why I always loved Aerith is because she brought out a certain part to Cloud that made him vulnerable, and obviously
she brought him closer back to humanity, to be human, than he was feeling prior.
Yeah, and she honestly she just wanted to be a girl, a flower girl in Midgard slums, just selling flowers and stuff. But she bore the burden of she's the last of the ancients. And she carried that along with her. And even though she did that, she was still happy-go-lucky, just, always super positive and upbeat, even though she knew that that's the thing that she had to bear. Such a huge, sacrifice or whatnot. So yeah, I mean, she's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction and whatnot. And as much as I'm like, yeah, Tifa's cool, but you can never displace Aerith, man. Just can't.
That's fair.
Understandable.
Good
Yuna
characters.
is the best waifu. I don't know about that one either.
I don't know if
Yuna dances.
I mean, you have your Stola.
She's up there. That's a top tier waifu.
Right.
But Per, have you how far did you get on 14 though?
I just finished the base game. I didn't finish any of the expansions.
Oh my
before
gosh, dude.
I don't even know how cool she gets.
Dude, she
Oh
gets
my
so
God.
much
Just from the
cooler.
other
She
stuff.
gets so much
By
better.
the way,
Stormblood on. She's
her
like
comebacks
she's the best.
are
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It is so. For an example, there's this one character that
no,
tried.
don't. What are you doing?
Fine.
Okay.
If he gets
No,
to
no, no.
Stormblood, it's like post
Get
Stormblood.
the Stormblood, man. Get the
It's
Stormblood.
it's really good. Like comeback, it's great. But yeah, she's great.
She only gets better. Yeah. And honestly, the lull in Dawn Trail would significantly increase when she showed up. It's like, oh, Stola's back, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm on board now. But when she wasn't there, I was like, I don't know if I like this, and maybe it's because there was no magic cat girl in the in the MSQ.
So far, Thancred's still my favorite character in 14.
He's so too. I like
Thancred is great.
Thancred is excellent. Yeah.
Where did you start in Realm Reborn? Like what city?
Oh shoot, I don't remember.
What class did you choose at the beginning?
I'm a Dragoon, or I started as Dragoon.
Gridania then.
Yeah,
Gridania.
Dragoon. Okay,
was
yeah,
my
you were
home.
Gridania. Okay, so you met Ida and
Papolino.
Papolino, thank you. Because
those the
depending
twins?
on what,
Are those the twins?
No,
No. It's
No,
the
those are the first
It's
scions
the
you
monk, the
meet.
blonde monk.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The
'Cause depending
Lala, the
on-
only one of two Lalas that I actually like in the game, because the rest of them are kind of meh. But
there's like 4.
there's a lot of
that I
Lalas that are
like.
super hateable, man. I'm just saying.
But Papolino
mega
has
hateable, in fact.
Papolino has a. I'm not going to spoil his story.
I don't
But
like
anyway.
those ankle biters, man.
They are.
don't like 'em.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
it get-
You know what's
gets
my
old.
least
Oh wait,
favorite
you're
is
in
when
post
I'm healer.
You're post heaven. You're in post Realm Reborn, so you do Have you gotten to the point where most people tend to despise Lalafels?
He's not there
I
yet.
don't think
He would be at the
so.
end, and he'd know exactly what we're
yeah.
talking about.
It's
Yeah.
ooh.
It's rough. It's a rough
They
go.
get worse.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And that
If
I
you
think
don't
that
like
pivotal
them now,
point-
you'll hate them more.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Boy.
But that pivotal point in the game, it was I put that on the level of like Aerith's death, just in regards to like impact and just like visceral feeling that I felt, because it was such a shift. And then from there it was like everything was just excellent, and just keeps getting better and better, you know.
Yeah. It picks
So
up.
what I'm saying is you
real
got to finish at least
Get through.
at least get to the end AR, man.
Get to.
I have to
post
reactivate my
AR and-
subscription. I've been out for like, 5
Hey.
months now.
You don't even need to reactivate it to play any of it because it's on the free trial.
I'm already like past level 70.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
No, but you can actually don't correct me if I'm wrong. You can keep playing.
I can't even
But you
log
just-
in.
Oh, for
I
real?
won't let you log in.
Yeah. Nope.
is this
It's
whole-
like
is
you
it
need an
because
active
Ben Starr lied to me,
subscription.
bro?
Wait. What level are
Ben
you?
Starr told me there's no restriction to gameplay. I feel
Well,
like you're getting restricted to
hang on.
gameplay.
I am. I
What-
can't even check my character. I'm like level 73 or 72.
That's why. Because he is over the level cap.
Yeah, they like won't. I go in the
Because it's
launcher.
up
and
to
just
level
like,
70 without
be active,
restrictions in
buddy.
game. Restrictions.
So,
And you
I
think
don't know,
after
make
level
it-
70, you
Make
have
it
to
alt.
have the
I don't, how does that work?
Then he has to replay everything again.
Everything
Oh,
else.
gotta
Yeah,
go
no,
through
no,
that
thanks,
again.
man. No.
Don't do that to yourself. Just
I should
Hey,
just gift y'all subscriptions, man. Sometimes it just. Is there a way I can just gift you a subscription per?
I don't think
Just so
there's
you
a
can
way.
gift it
I don't
ahead?
know if there's a way
I
to
don't
do
know
that.
if they can gift them.
I don't think you can.
find
They
out
make
later.
gifting really like annoying because
I
you can't
think
give people
you-
mounts. You can't give people like.
I wanted to give everybody a mount. I'm like, I love you all so much.
yeah, that's
I'm gonna
also
buy
true.
all of
I
you a
forgot.
Lunar Whale, and
Box Girl is also true. Is also right. Once you buy it, the free trial isn't an option.
Oh
anymore.
yeah, I
That's a
bought
good
all the
point.
expansions when they were on sale.
Okay,
So
that's why. Yeah,
oh,
that's why.
that's what it is.
I do it myself.
But hey, just get back on. That's all. It's all good. It's all good fun. Once you get to that, once you get to past the post AR stuff, it picks up real quick,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
story gets really really cool.
I know. I was so
This is the
excited to
person
unlock
I'm not
Gunbreaker. I
current-
was like, I got it.
I know,
All
right?
That's it.
You're like, it's so excellent. That's why I haven't logged in like, yeah.
That's fair.
Because it's me, Riku, Box Girl, Kron, and Pick and Soup now, I guess, but it's pretty much just us. Oh, and Lava's on as well. And we got a bunch of us now. My dream is that we all can get at least an 8-man raid going and do some like high level content. That would be super dope. That would be so fun. In fact, if we do that, then you need to stream that thing. It would be super lit.
Yeah, it'd be through my PlayStation, so it wouldn't have not interruptions. For some reason, I don't know why OBS has interruptions all the time.
It does make me smile though when I see people in the 14 voice chat and Discord now interacting. I think it's usually like you and Super.
Yeah, dude, me and Super bonded.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
It's dope. Yeah, me, him, and Lava did a lot of the earlier ARR content. It's fun, man. They're cool cats. Like they're awesome, and everyone in the free company so willing to, in fact, Kron is like, yo, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna? He like bugs me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I was away from keyboard. My bad. It's the best free company. That's why Ben Star sponsors us.
Yep.
Right. He needs to join us, even though he's in the EU.
I mean, we can just hop it to a different data center. I don't know how that works, but
you have to pay.
Could. No, not the top data centers. Well, you can do it with your own character. If you go to an Etherite, you can hop to different data centers and stuff like that.
Cool.
Which I do all the time. If I don't find something on the market board, I'm just like, yo, let me go somewhere else.
That's a good way to buy things.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I think it's a good time to end the show. We had this dragged out a little bit longer than normal. So, thank you, Purple. Thank you, True Speak, for joining the show. Is there anything you guys want to shout out or anything before we head out?
No, not really.
Okay.
Queen is awesome, and
Lala's all the way, baby. Lala's writing people.
That's right. Lala's all the way. that was Ben Star, by the way. Saying, if he does join 14, he's gonna be a Lala, and
Lala's writing people.
Yeah,
Lala's writing people.
He wants Lalas to be able to mount other players.
Yeah.
Like little Yoda backpack?
Right? Pretty much, right?
Oh my god.
It makes sense.
Because he's actually...
Look how small a Lala is. Look how big a Roganin is. Like,
right.
Your mount is the size of this massive thing. Like, why don't the Lala get on top? Like, it makes sense.
What's really funny, though, is I think he's asked Yoshi P this question. And Yoshi P's like, there's no way we can do that. There's no way game mechanically we could physically do that.
I don't know.
Unless we make
getting
a
creative
mount
with those mounts. I'm just saying.
Unless they get like an actual mounts that you can do specifically.
You just have a mount
on like the online
summon
store.
Like Elizin.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
you summon an Elizin, and it could be an
generic.
Elizin riding an Elizin, which would be even funnier.
Oh my god.
The multi-person mounts. You could just have if you're on there, the Lala doesn't get in a seat or anything. They just get on your shoulder.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. That is actually even better idea.
Oh my god. All right. Well, thank you again, guys, for joining me today, and thank you all for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. And next time on the Dragon Ball Z Lorecast, no, I'm kidding. That would be an outro I would make, like as an outro would be that. Till next time on the Dragon Ball Lorecast, I would totally do that.
This is totally happening. I love this.
Stars are aligning.
I love this. It's totally happening.
The amount of creativity and voices I can do for those intros and outros. Oh
man.
Anyway,
I'm not even that much into Dragon Ball. I'll do this thing with you, man. Like,
but you have a Goku behind you. You have a Goku right behind you.
No, I do, but I'm not. I'm like, it dropped off after Z. To be honest, I grew up with it,
fair.
but I haven't kind of kept up with Super. That's but
okay, that's fair. Anyway, again, thank you everybody for listening, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Final Fantasy lore. You can also find us on Twitter at FFLorecast.